Hi everyone. Today we'll be looking at X2 TTL wireless flash trigger from the Godox web page. We'll see the features of X2T trigger. Godox X2T trigger is a trigger which is used to flash the Godox camera flashes, outdoor flashes and studio flashes with built-in Godox X wireless radio system. Uh, it's a new trigger which is launched in Godox. So the main highlights of X2T trigger is its user-friendly design and its ease of use. Uh, when compared to the X1T trigger, the group buttons are given separately so that you can access the groups easily, and the function buttons are given at one side, which is on the left side, and the dial is given on the bottom. So actually what how it helps is that you don't have to interfere with your camera display. So without entering your camera display, you can adjust and change the power or the any other settings using the dial. And one of the biggest highlight is that it's Bluetooth facility that is being given in the X2T trigger. So using the Bluetooth option, you can actually pair it up with the uh, Godox photo app that is available in iOS and in Android mobile phones. So you can actually pair it up and you can adjust the power of various groups, adjust the various exposure, that is all the exposure of all the lights that is being connected to the trigger. So you can also trigger using this app, um, trigger the lights using this app. So it's one of useful function. And another thing is that the ergonomically also it was very much improved, because it is coming up with a quick lock hot shoe. You don't have to keep on screwing, it's just one lock and uh, one touch to remove the lock. And it can actually go precisely set up to from 1 by 1 to 1 by 256 power, and it can be done in 1/10 step adjustment or 1/10 increment or decrement. The thing is being like from one stop to another stop. In the previous things, it is adjusted in one third step improvement or step increment or decrement, whereas right now it can be precisely increased or precisely decreased in 1/10 step. And another thing is that all the group buttons and the function buttons are backlight feature enabled, so that even at the low light environment you will be able to see the button and adjust it. So it supports TTL auto flash and other professional functions like 1 by 8000 high speed sync, multi flash, manual mode, flash exposure compensation and others. There are other two things which are to be highlighted, is that it has ID settings. Through ID settings you can stop the interference from the other users nearby by setting an ID in the trigger as well as in the light, uh, keeping the same group. And even when somebody keeps the same group and channel, the others cannot interfere, as the light and trigger is ID enabled, and they communicate only through that ID. So ID settings will be very much useful when you're shooting outdoors. And it also has a function called multi shoot option. So it's like if you are sharing the light with your teammate in a outdoor event, uh, keeping I mean performing at various power outputs. So it is very much essential for you to set this option to shoot multi shoot option, so that the light understands or get communicated by the trigger that it is being the light as a resource being shared between the things, so that it shifts between one power to another power without any disturbance. And it is also been given a type C USB uh, option, so that no you are using a type C USB cable, you can upgrade the firmware. And wireless triggering by 3.5 mm sync cord jack is also the option is also given for that as well. And it operates at using a 2 battery. So using the trigger, it is not only to trigger the Godox camera flashes or other studio flashes and outdoor flashes, it is also used to uh, trigger other brand options when it is being mounted on a X1R Godox receivers. So you can trigger the other brand flashes also. And it can also be used as a shutter release. So even for your long exposure photography, you can use this receiver and this trigger to as a shutter release function. And another thing is that using the 3.5 mm sync or jack as it was given, so you can also trigger the uh, other flashes, other strobes and functions. And so most of the specifications that we have already discussed above. So focus assist lamp, modeling clamp, beeper functions all available in this trigger, high speed sync and rear curtain sync and everything. So the transmission range of this trigger is at 0 to 100 meter, and its built-in wireless system obviously is like 2.4 gigahertz wireless transmission. So 32 channels, 5 groups and 1 to 99 wireless ID functions are there to for enormous usage, and it weighs at around 90 gram.